We're riding through this world with the Mayans for just one more season, but could we be riding again with Jax Taylor? And could the demise of the Mayans MC actually be a good thing for Jax and bring his return? That's what we're going to talk about today, guys. Welcome back to Fog Entertainment. Obviously, the news broke last week that the Mayans will be finishing with Season 5. So one more season. I believe the showrunner was looking to get 6 seasons. He wanted at least 2 more seasons to get to his end goal. But someone has decided to pull the plug on the show early, and Season 5 will be the final season. Now, of course, look, that does suck. No matter what you think of the Mayans, I think it's fair to say it's a decent show. Obviously, it's in the same universe as Sons of Anarchy, so if you're a Sons of Anarchy fan, then you're probably going to welcome more content from that same universe. So even if you're not huge on the Mayans, I think it's fair to say that your love for SOA, will probably want you to watch this show and to want this show to continue. But the show isn't continuing, and like I said, it's been an okay show. By no means has it been as good as Sons. It's not even been close, if we're being honest. Now, when the show got announced, I don't think anybody was realistically expecting it to be as good as Sons of Anarchy. And obviously, I'm not saying it couldn't have been. It could have been. I guess if they got everything right, it could have been. But I think it's fair to say, after one episode, we all knew this was not Sons of Anarchy. And in fact, I think for the first couple of seasons, I don't think a lot of people liked what they did see. Now, after I think they got rid of the majority of this whole cartel, the rebels, Galindo, and the problems with his wife Emily, I think Indita, and all these boring characters that we didn't want to see, I think once they pushed that to one side and they started focusing more on the club, I do think this show has gotten better. So look, I can admit it, Mayans, by no means do I think it's great, but it has got more interesting, it has got better. I will be sad to see it go, and I don't think one more season is enough to fully wrap up the Mayans MC story. However, we've got to look at the positive here. So it was about 3 months ago, Charlie Hunnam, who plays Jax Taylor, came out and says he would be interested in reprising his role as Jax Taylor. Now, once he says this, everyone was thinking about possibilities. What show could he appear in? Could he appear in the Mayans? Could he appear in a future show? Flashback? Will it be a prequel? Will it be a sequel? We didn't know. Could it be a cameo? Could it be something big? Or could it be back for a real proper series? Maybe as, a main character. We didn't know what it was going to be, but we speculated what it could be. However, what I was thinking is, if you look at it logically, the Mayans, in terms of performance, it's not really, it's not doing great, let's be real. You look at the ratings, it's struggling, probably plays a part of the reason why it's been cancelled. It's not a big time hit, it's not successful like Sons of Anarchy was. And to really fit Jackson Taylor into the Mayans, especially with Kurt Sutter gone, would Charlie Hunnam be interested in going to the Mayans? Potentially not. Maybe he's a Kurt Sutter guy. Maybe he wants to stick with Kurt Sutter. So I think the chances of Jax Taylor appearing in the Mayans was slim. And secondly, I think the chances of Jax appearing in a different show while the Mayans was still currently running and on air would be even slimmer, because think about it, it would be hard to have a new show while the Mayans MC is still currently running, because storylines could intertwine, so you wouldn't really be able to write a show while there's another show in the same universe happening at the same time. And I know The Walking Dead does it, but let's be honest, The Walking Dead sucks. If they wanted to do a sequel to Sons of Anarchy, it would be hard to do it while the Mayans is currently running, because how could you have Tig, let's say, in a sequel? How could you have Chibs in a sequel when they're currently also in the Mayans? You'd have to write that in so that things make sense. So I think with Mayans MC coming to an end, it means there's a better chance that we get a brand new Sun show, and with that, we get the return of Jax and TELLE. Now, some people will say that Jax is dead and that he cannot, appear in a sequel as a character that is alive, and that is true. But what if he appears as, like, a visionary? What if he appears as, like, in the imagination of someone? Have you seen in Dexter? Like, Dexter's dad is dead from the minute the series begins, but we see, like, Dexter, he always sees visions of his dad, and his dad's, like, always talking to him and stuff like that. Maybe if they do something with Abel in the future, then maybe they could have something similar with Jax and TELLE, and he is, like, he's on the show, he's on the screen, but as, like, a ghost. It could be a possibility, something like that could happen. Of course, there is other options. They could maybe do a prequel. I don't know if they do a first 9. Can Jax really be in that? It would be difficult, I don't know, but I do think probably the best chance that we get of Jax TELLE returning would be a sequel with his sons and him possibly, appearing as like a part of their imagination. So yeah, that's my opinion. I do think we have a better chance now of seeing Jax back, so it will be interesting to see what happens, and yeah, I'm looking forward to it, and I would love to see Jax back. I don't think we're going to see him back in the Mayans, so you know what, the quicker this show ends and we get a new show, then for me that works better. So yeah, I'm excited to see what happens going forward. Hopefully Kurt Sutter can get something new into the mix and we can get a brand new show with potentially Charlie Hunnam returning as Jax TELLE. That's what I would like to see, guys. Let me know your ideas, let me know what you think, and we will find out what happens hopefully after Mayans MC ends. But yeah, looking forward to season 5 of Mayans MC, and then looking forward to potentially any future Sons of Anarchy sequels that we get after that. Anyway, guys, let me know your comments down below. I'll catch you in the next one, and of course, until then, been Fog Entertainment. Thanks for watching, and peace.